Children deserve praise when they've done something to deserve it. It's important that our praise is specific, focused, detailed, and lets them know what they've done and why it works. What we tend to do is we use superlatives unnecessarily. We're forever saying to our children, you're fantastic, you're amazing, that's sensational. We keep telling them they've done good and are good, and they've got confused between the two. What's the difference between doing good and you are good? What we have to try and do is be far more specific and focused with our use of praise. We need to pick up the little things that children do and tell them why that worked. Get them to understand it, perhaps even ask them themselves why it worked, and then acknowledge that so they can see how that will lead to the next bigger thing that might work. Here's a thought for you. You should treat praise as you would food. No child should starve from a lack of it, just as no child should become obese from too much. And what we do is we give children far too much praise that's non-specific. It's meaningless, and our children start to treat it as if it's exactly that, meaningless. The problem with that is that suddenly you say something that actually means something, they dismiss that as well, because you're bathing them in this oversaturation of superlatives. So, be firm on yourself. Don't say something is brilliant unless you have reasons for saying it's brilliant and you can detail those reasons. Don't say it's fantastic unless it was fantastic and you can detail why. In the main, a simple thank you will do. Good, that helped. Yep, good, you finished with that, you can go on and do something else. Those things are fine. If we're going to use praise, we should use it to acknowledge the actions of our children so that they can see what it is they did and understand why it helps. This allows them to repeat the action and then try to get the same benefit from them, and then perhaps even think about the next thing they can do that will achieve even more. Acknowledge the small things, and the big things will start to look after themselves. Penny wise, don't be pound foolish. Be penny wise, get them to look after those bits, and then slowly bigger and bigger things will start to happen. But above all, save the superlatives. Nothing unnecessary. This is not being cruel. This is not being harsh. This is being realistic. And guess what? Being realistic works for life.
Monkey see, monkey like, monkey do. bananamana.com